Holy 50-inch machine.
All right, guys. Well, it's a beautiful day. A lovely Saturday here, guys. We are back at the M3 garage, Len's place, to do a full-blown detailed walk around of the MAV R. We've got Greg's here, we got Len here, we're all set up. So here we are. This is the, what is this, 24 or 23? They consider it a 24, right? So 2024 full-blown XRS with the smart shocks. So she's got everything, the interior, electronics, the smart stuff, the whole 9 yards. So what we're going to do today, guys, is go around this, look at every nook and cranny, kind of show you around where the battery is located, where the spare compartments are. Some of the ideas you can do, we'll show you the OEM windshield, kind of talk about what was involved in putting the hood scoop in and why, and just kind of get down to the nitty-gritty of everything on this machine here.
And this
So
car is 6 months old already.
6 months old.
It is. I mean, they came out 6 months ago, so this is fairly new.
Right. So Len just recently got this 2 weeks ago. It was built right then he picked it up when it was built, so she's good to go. He's went through it, no issues. We haven't seen any compromising welds or anything like that. That's been the problem from the earlier models, guys. So hopefully CanAm's gotten past that. But we found a lot of interesting little things in this. Unique time savers, little helpers, things that I think will make this purchase for Len very acceptable. So, all right, we're gonna start with the back. You got your light, Len?
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Do you want me to?
All right, you can if you want. All right, guys, so one of the first questions that were coming up here is air filter. Looks like we popped this baby open. It looks a little bit more robust around the outside, but it is still the standard 0422 part number. So it's same as an X3. Ooh, you got a little bit of cleaning to do there.
A little bit, yeah.
But,
That was just snow, yeah.
It's a lot easier to get in and out.
Right, yeah, the X3, you have to do this fancy maneuver just to get the cap off and on. Then you got to go behind the seat to do the clip. Don't even get me started. So this is much nicer, much easier. And you've got, we did what, 87 miles the other day?
89, yeah.
89. And it was one of them very light snow days where some of you guys who have owned X3s or other machines notice that that misty snow can pile up in your air filter, and it's not good at all. No, I've actually seen them where they've frozen and crunched right down. Yep. So it looks like it handled that good. Len was behind me most of the day, so he was eating that. So good news there. Looks like it handled the dirt well. On to the windshield. A lot of people question why CanAm is asking people to put on this roof scoop with a windshield, and we questioned it ourselves. But after we started digging deep and we installed this, it's very evident that the whole machine lives and breathes by what is going on behind this panel here. The air filter comes from there, the transcooler, the intercooler, and I would guess also the
air
plumbing
intake
for the belts, right?
Yeah, the belts.
I was checking you.
Yeah, so, well, and the intake for the actual engine intake, it goes through.
Yeah, for the air filter. Yep.
For the air filter. Everything is, that's a good way to describe it. That's the lifeblood right there.
She's a biggin.
Yeah, it's something else. And it took us a few dedicated hours, guys. There's a lot of intricate ways this goes together, and no tool fits in there really great for someone. It's just time and patience.
No, it's good.
But you can do it yourself, right?
Oh, yeah.
So come on around the front here, Greg. Let's talk about the intake there. There's one concern that I'm thinking about. Let me come around this light. One thing I'm worried about is we never really talked about it, but late last fall there was a woodcock epidemic going on to where we could not ride the trails without taking out 4 or 5 of these little devils. And I was even hit in the face, and you would find them in certain parts of your machine was bad. So we might want to consider maybe thinking up some sort of net for that, because that'll just gobble anything that comes along your way.
Oh, that's a hole.
And if you look now, you bring your light around, join us on the driver's side, Len, maybe he'll peek in this side.
Peek in there, yeah.
And if you guys see
covered
it,
that in the last one, yeah.
you actually, yeah, and we did to see this, but you can see everything funnels right down through here. There's a splitter or a diverter. One funnels air right towards the trans and cooler, and one funnels it right towards the intercooler. And there's nothing, guys. So a little birdie, little helper, little it's gonna go shoot down right in there. Here's your intake for your air filter on this side here. So you can see where that comes from. They do have some nice sound deadening, guys. I don't know if you noticed in the last video, there was actually all of these like louvers in there that were padded.
Yeah.
That were sound deadening, but you think it actually got a little quieter once this is sealed,
this
right?
This is a close off. So when you put the upper in, there's a close off panel that goes in here, closes this right off.
Oh, yeah, right around the sides.
And there, honestly, it didn't make it that much quieter because the machine is already quiet.
Oh, okay.
It's about half the sound is an X3.
Nice. Okay.
At least half.
And this is with stock exhaust and stuff, guys. So that's great. I mean, you can have a nice conversation in here.
Right, but the clutch noise, you get the clutch noise, all that stuff. None of that's there. The motor seems to be quieter.
And on the
as far as a motor sound, there's not hardly any motor sound at all. It's just they did
more
an
refined.
I mean, they got it all along the very back. You can see it on the side wall there. All the
Oh
way to the
yeah.
top.
Did you see that picture that I took of me holding that giant piece?
Yeah, that's what I said.
That was 100 pounds of weight reduction there.
Yeah.
So next thing, guys, we were wondering about was the battery. You can see there's a panel here that would lead you to believe that might be the battery unscrewed, but it's not. When we did a little further investigating, what it seems to be is an access panel so you could work on your water pump and stuff there, guys. So looks like CanAm helped us there to get to all that. Nice placement for the oil filter. That should be better for cleanliness, but Len said he still thinks we're screwed on the drain holes.
It's got to be in the bottom there somewhere.
Yeah, I can see. No, those look like the bolts for the bottom end, but anyways. So coming around, let's talk about where the battery is. It is actually on the driver's side. And there's a snap-off little panel here that if you reach down in, it just pops right open and you can see your batteries down in there. So that's kind of nice, and CanAm actually provided a cover for it now, and you don't have to spend a bunch of time unscrewing it like we thought. ECU's back here somewhere as well, you mentioned, Lynn?
Right there.
Okay.
Yep, right under that cover.
So for you guys who are going to do your tunes, which that will be coming in the future from Evo, of course.
Yeah, we get her broken, we'll get a tune on her.
Yep, we'll talk about that. What were your thoughts about this dash? I know this is where a lot of people have said it's a letdown. Why did you put this little dash and then have a fancy one there? Did it give you what you needed? Did you miss anything? Was it just as easy to look over there, Lem?
Honestly, that to me is a waste of time. I don't even look at it. I look over there all the time because that screen draws your eye over there. This screen does not draw your eye.
Gotcha.
So, all your information is on there, just like, of course, they don't have the Polaris dynamics, all that stuff, which everybody's complaining about. What do you need that for, really?
Yeah, how often are you logging that data?
People just like to see their springs compress on the screen, I guess. But no, it draws your eye over there, even though I would rather have a cluster here.
Yeah, maybe one of the old school analogs that we used to love in the X3s.
You cannot help but not look over it. You just look over there every time.
So you're not disappointed by it? It's acceptable, and it's actually nice that they added it.
Beyond acceptable.
Okay.
I just don't. I wish they'd have made this bigger, so you could maybe even like the old analog cluster. I would have liked to seen that in there, honestly, just with the needles.
Would have been nice. Those were classy looking.
But not a deal breaker. Doesn't matter.
Next, seats. Guys, everybody's saying, "God dang it, they put the same seats in as the X3." I agree. They look exactly the same as the X3, but the padding is definitely upgraded.
More bolstered here.
Yep.
And it's thicker.
This is
bottom.
much smushier and much more Tookus friendly. So
now they did. I just discovered this the other day. On the other side, there's two different seat bottoms in here. That seat bottom, I don't know if the camera will show the pattern.
Oh.
And the carbon fiber in the center. And this one is just a standard pattern. And then
somebody gave you the wrong seat, I think.
Well, it came from the factory like that.
All of them?
No. Just this. It's supposed to be that one over there.
Yeah.
This told me.
So they found out that this was the base model seat. So somebody put the base model seat in the.
So somebody owes you a seat.
Yeah, they.
Okay.
Okay, so races are taking care of that cover. It flew off in transport.
Yep, we talked about that in the last video, guys.
They're taking care of it through CanAm.
Okay.
And I specifically told races not to eat that because
Right.
that's not their responsibility. And they're taking care of the seat through CanAm.
Good. Okay.
Because that's a known problem right there. That's
Yeah, for those guys who don't know, if you do not drive down the road with that on, if you do not have a windshield, you will lose it. It's
some
guaranteed.
people are having luck not losing it, but I lost it. It didn't even
Majority
have a
of
half.
people have already lost it.
A lot
Yeah.
of people have lost them. Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we got our new lead grip here.
Light man.
Yeah.
Light.
So yeah, guys. Next, let's see. Anything else to talk about the interior that we missed? I mean, same. The retractor seatbelts seem to be the same.
Well, I
right?
noticed you got more headroom, and it's
More
not,
headroom.
and it's wide. It's a very comfortable car. When I said it, I told him, I go, you've got more for your hips and your legs. You can tell it's a whole different chassis, which it is, but it's more comfortable. If you're a big guy, that's a car to have. Yeah. And Lynn, he's huge. I mean, he's what, 6
Well,
foot?
that's what they say. So the other thing I want to talk is when we put the windshield, when you actually sit in here without the windshield in there,
Oh yeah.
the distance between where you sit and the front of that windshield down low is 4 feet.
Guys, I mean that's more than my arm length.
And I'm thinking, but you don't notice it. It's just.
I'm trying to think of what car it reminds me of that had a super long front dash like that,
The Mustangs, the old 70 Mustang. Remember the old Wave?
where you could have someone lay up in front.
Well, that's Buicks too. They had a big dash.
I mean, it's wicked long, and
But that doesn't affect you. It's just it's
No, it's
amazing
just-
how much room they squeeze in this machine. Really,
this is a roomy car.
you could put like 7, 8, 9, 10 tablets up there, Len. You could be tracking everything.
If they, and I haven't tried the CanAm's app for the tracking yet, but
Yeah.
the other thing too is if you do a wiper or any of the lights like the Baja Design stuff or the mirrors, there's a panel that goes in here. I forget the name of the panel offhand. But
Wiper
it's the panel that controls all your lights and your wiper.
Oh, the smart accessory. I think
Smart
you said.
accessory. There's a name for it, but it's for your smart accessory, and it's a panel that's $450, I think, and it comes. I'm pretty sure it comes with all the wiring harnesses for all that. Now, if you don't put that panel in there, then you have to buy a separate wiring harness for every accessory if you don't have that.
Like our X3 days, you get to come all the way from the bus panel, from the battery, put your rocker switch in. But
Like
what you're
old
saying
days.
is the smart unit.
If you do the smart unit, then it's already wired. Everything just goes. And also, if you do that panel, which I'm kind of thinking about it now, is you get intermittent wipers.
Oh, guys,
So
that's a secret project I got going for X3s on the background. Shh.
yeah, so you get intermittent wipers. You get mirrors if you buy the CanAm mirrors that turn with your steering, so it'll aim if left or right. And the lighting, your front light that goes on the shock tower up there, the faster you go, the brighter it gets.
Oh, yeah.
You slow
Or it
down,
goes farther
dims.
out, right,
It
or
goes farther
something?
out, and then it dims back as you slow down, which
That's nice. That's next level. So those are all accessories that you can add
You
to
can
this if you have that smart panel
Yeah.
connection.
Yeah.
So it looks like Len, I think that might be a great thing if he's going to add some
That'd be the
stuff
one
to
thing
it. So
I'd definitely get.
we'll have a video coming on that, I'm sure, pretty soon, sometime in the near future. Len's got to get used to this, and then we'll start adding things.
yeah, and then got us to give a shout out to Racy's, them guys. The other thing was this. Now,
Just good.
I did find out what this is, so let's open this up and
Okay,
show.
because I didn't want to speculate.
Yep.
Look at this, Greg. This is going to
So-
open a lot of questions.
Oh, for the winch.
No.
No,
This maybe.
this is for the winch.
Yeah, that's for your winch, I thought.
This is for your wiper.
Fill
job.
Oh, guys, I was all excited thinking maybe there
Nice.
was a super secret secondary tank they were going to release, but okay, I get it. And I tell you what, that's a lot easier than the X3 because I have to fish my hand down in between there like
this is where you fill that. This is
That's
for
where
your
you need
winch
a funnel.
switch. And the other thing that happened is this was broke, so they're getting me a new one of these. That's coming.
Yeah, just a little retaining clip.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Just shipping stuff,
Not a big
guys.
deal, but yeah, I'm looking at that going, what? And they're going to put a gas tank over here. Finally, put it on the left side. Nope, that's where your That's where your fill is for your wiper.
Right.
Wash. So.
Nice.
Yep.
All right, so guys, I went ahead up front. People have talked about the shocks and all this stuff that's been killed. One of the things I wanted to go over a little bit was how they protected the sensors for the smart shocks on this round. Before, they were quite exposed on the front and the back, but I've noticed on this new one, they have snuck them way up inside here, guys, so they are tucked away safe here with a connection real close. This looks far more robusty than the Can-Ams or the X3s, sorry guys. Definitely stouter on the smart shocks all around.
And can we talk about these arms? So nobody's really, look at the length. When you're talking from here
Oh yeah,
to here.
that's, I mean, that's gotta be 4 feet. You don't have
That's
a
trophy truck stuff, you know, and
oh, for sure.
I mean,
What
we're talking 2.5 feet probably.
what they're doing now, they're taking
3?
them off and they're getting them powder coated to match the
It's like
car.
more than that.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
we,
Have you seen
I'll
that?
tell you right now.
I
think that
told
would be
Lynn, I go,
nice.
because what's his name up here could powder coat it for him. So,
Oh yeah, we can get Mike Reed.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking 33 inches long arms.
That's huge. I wish we had, maybe we'll have to think about getting an X3 at some point just as a comparison, but yeah, that's not even close. Wow.
And the other thing about these is they're very distracting the first 40 miles.
Oh, you said
You're thinking,
see it
you're
moving?
thinking stuff's broke. If you were in a
kept saying
regular
that.
X3 and you saw that, you'd go like, what the hell?
There goes my
Oh,
wheel.
car. Yeah, but this thing is just going, and you just catch it out of your eye, and you're like, oh, what's broke? No, it's good.
I know when
It's
I
good.
bumped that tree, I could see my wheel.
Well, yeah, yeah. And then I asked back to you. That was great. That was a good day, Greg.
A Vudge, yeah.
So yeah, gorgeous. Are they 4-piston or 2-piston?
4.
Okay, so 4. So
Yeah. I believe it's 4. Yeah.
That lower A arm.
they're
was
definitely a
totally
lot larger than the ones on the X3s, guys. Beef City.
good. Look at the nut on the back for the
Oh yeah,
plate. I mean,
the adjustable steering. That's the other big thing, guys. The rack is just night and day different. I know we've pointed this out already a couple times, but I don't foresee any issues with that. She's just beef all day. That definitely is an updated smart lock front end too. I haven't had a chance to really do much research on it. I know that it was either 21 or 22, Can-Am updated the smart lock for the X3s. They made the pinion gear much larger. So that helped with that, but it looks like they've even updated the case for this. So windshield, guys, that was pretty straightforward install. We did have to remove a couple inner plates here to find a pilot screw hole. There's literally behind the dash a hole that you have to put a little, what do they call those, like a pinch nut or something?
Cage
on
nut.
it? Cage nut. And then you can fasten it here. There is, yeah, you have one bracket here, and then there's a little clamp here. And then,
No, I'm sorry, 7.
yeah, there was,
7 total.
oh yeah, then the through bolts up here. So pretty quick and easy. That was a nice clean install. Man, I tell you, the Can-Am windshields are the best, but they add a lot of stress to my life.
I had to do it.
I have had rocky relationships with glass windshields, and as much as I love them, man, oh man, god dang it.
Saying your wiper goes here.
Oh, yep. The wiper. So Len's got that on order as well. So you will see a wiper install coming shortly. Because that is, guys, I can't say it enough. You really cannot have a windshield without a wiper. Because as soon as it starts raining, you can't see. If it's snowing out, you're not going to be able to see. You can get away with the hand one sometimes, but just get it done. Because even a squirter.
I don't have the squirter on mine yet,
Off.
and that, you can tell the
But
difference.
this is
We
going to
got to
come
get you
off.
set up. I have a full squirt setup. We can.
Right.
This is going to come off for the summer. And I'll leave the scoop. There's no sense in taking that off. I mean, and I'll get a half windshield. So
Do they have an intrusion bar yet for this?
they do.
Is it Lux Suite?
Yeah, it's really nice, but it's really expensive. I think almost 600 if I'm not.
Now, Greg doesn't like the looks. I love the looks, but on top of it, I can't tell you how many deer have almost jumped my hood, and I can't imagine what it would be like to take a deer to the chest or some other large animal. So that's why I like running them if you're not running the shield.
That's why I work out my pecs. I tell you guys, you can take a good hit.
You take bucks to the chest all the time.
Not even funny.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about the opening here.
Look, gas.
Look at the size of this.
Oh yeah,
It
it's
doesn't
huge.
do any justice, but yeah, you could fit a couple deer in that hole.
Oh yeah, a flock of them would go in
Got a
there,
big hull.
or 10 to 12 turkeys at once.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
So real fancy gas over here, guys. There's your fill. What did we? It was
That's the biggest
just
door,
under 11.
Yeah.
So it seems to be about the same size as an X3 tank, guys. And it seems we've only had it out once, but it looks as though it's stricken with the same nonsense calibration that the new X3s are, where it stays on full until you're like half gone, and then it just starts dropping, because yours showed almost full and you put 5 gallons in when you
5.5
first bought
gallons,
it.
and I drove 90 miles, and you know, here hard sometimes because I'm trying to break it in right. I'm not one of the idiots that think you gotta full bore it. I'm just not gonna do that. This is $50,000, dudes. So it's give or take a little less than 50. Why would you take your $50,000 machine out and treat it like that?
Yeah, there's been a lot of questions about proper braking, and what did we find out? It seemed like across the board it was 150 to 250 miles. Just take it easy. You want to
500
open
on
it
this
up.
one.
Is it 500 you found?
500, yeah, but
That could be trans related as well.
trans-related too.
Yeah.
But
That's all tight. That's all. Like you
if you
said.
treat it right in the beginning, it's gonna last you forever.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
every bit of patience you give her.
I'm gonna do exactly what they tell me to do. But yeah, so I put 5.5 gallons in it, drove 90 miles, and it was back. We did, you know, on and off the throttle of it. I'm right back to the same spot. So I probably used about 5.5 gallons.
Was there somebody holding you up?
90 miles.
Yeah,
there
that
was
seems
there
reasonable.
was somebody in front of me that had a handicap sticker on their car. But
Yeah, that was me, and we did 3-digit once or twice, just to
yeah.
test things, and
we got to 99 in this, and like I said, there's no tune, no nothing in it yet, and it was on custom mode, which is the lowest mode it was in. It wasn't on Sport or Sport Plus, so there's plenty of room there. And that's the other thing, between the engine modes and the shock modes, unlike a lot of other cars, you notice the difference.
well, there's even idle changes that you've noticed.
Yeah.
When you go to sport mode, like Drew has it up and ready.
In the Sport Plus mode, with if people don't know, when you go into Sport Plus, it shuts down one cylinder and essentially turns it into a compressor. So it compresses air and throws it into the turbo to stop the lag.
Yeah, that's the anti-lag system.
Yep, anti-lag system. So, and it works. It works. You kind of think, you know what, a lot to go through for that,
But so that's the question. That's the other one that people are concerned about. You know, you got the peppiness and the response of the X3 with a CVT system, right? We know when we hammer it, we're gone, especially if we're running a blow-off valve. That turbo's already spooled. So everybody was worried, well, okay, you're going to have to sit there for a downshift and then take off. No. From what I've seen and us playing on some of them straightaways, when I hit it, Len was right there with me. Like, there wasn't a vehicle where you go, vroom, vroom. I mean, she was gone, right?
it's so cool. Like I said, it's like driving an Indy car on the dirt, because you can, when you go in the corner, just downshifting, you can hear wham, wham, wham. Then you come out of the corner, it's like it takes off like a bat out of hell, and you're upshifting,
She's ready to go.
and she's ready to go. And the other thing, when we were driving down the road, and you can shift manually while it's in auto mode. You can shift up or down. So that's kind of like the Hondas are and everything else. So when we got on the road and we got going 65 or so, I upshifted into 7th gear because it won't do it unless you're over 60. So once you get to 60, you can upshift it. 3,400 RPMs, and you're doing 65 miles an hour, and the engine's not screaming at you.
And see, that's another huge benefit, right?
Phenomenal.
Overdrive.
Just, that's a good point. It's almost like having an overdrive.
Saving fuel. Less
Saves
fuel.
fuel. The noise reduction is a lot, not just a little, a lot. So that alone, I mean, there's many things on this car that I just love. I mean,
Can't say enough. Heck
I'm going to
yeah.
say this is before I even got a lot of miles, because I've got 6,000 miles plus in X3.
Oh yeah, he's well versed like the rest of us.
I've done everything with an X3. I've had it on 2 wheels.
Had
This is my
collision.
favorite car of all right here so far.
Heck yeah, guys. So we've seen the mirrors. He's going to get those powered up.
Well,
We're not going to go through the electronic system just yet. We're going to need a little bit more time with it so we can really not just talk to it to talk to it. We want to really be able to explain the system, the benefits, the downsides, all that stuff. So once we have more time with that, we'll get you all the full details. We need to start tinkering with the CanAm Off-Road app. I've played with it, not very happy with the maps for our area, but mind you guys, that's the St. Helen area. I haven't looked out. And for the rest of the world where there's, you know, world-class trails, there probably is better mapping. I would say Glamis, West Virginia, things like that.
So when you put this kit on, this is useless. This mirror's useless when you put that kit on. So you're going to have, if you want to look behind you, you can have side mirrors. You don't need them. But this will go full-time rear camera.
Okay. I wonder if you almost want to buy an aftermarket bar mirror and put a review there or over here.
That's what I was thinking.
So you could get out.
2 separate mirrors on each side. But I'll tell you, the quality of the camera and the quality of the video in here is great.
It's not like a cheapie. It's
not a cheapie camera. No, I mean you can see detail pretty well through the back. These are courtesy of Ryan Shipley, by the way.
This is when we tested whether she could go down all the trails. That'll buff. That'll buff.
I hope so.
That's what he said about my car.
I wouldn't worry about them.
There ain't no buffing.
I wouldn't worry about those little guys.
Just a little toothpaste.
Now the rear end is so much nicer. I mean, it's so easily adjusted.
All right, let's go real quick through this, and then we're going to get her up on the lift, guys. So, Lynn, you mentioned something about what if your machine takes a dump and you're stuck in gear and you need to tow it or pull it, right?
This is all electronic shift. Okay, so you got, and here's a shifting module. There's a tool in, and there's a couple other people on YouTube that covered it, but you got to take this off, this plate here, this part, and in here there's a tool in there that you can put in there, and you crank it 7 1/4 turns and it puts it in neutral. And you can shift gears with it.
Okay.
So then it'll put it in a permanent neutral, but I don't see any case where you'd really have to.
Well, they give you an out, right? I guess is the thing.
It gives you an option. So.
Right. We're assuming this is the 4-wheel drive high-low engagement module here because it's in the same cast section as the transfer case. If you look here, it looks like a very familiar part, guys, like an oil cover cap. Same as you see up front, so I'm guessing that there is a trans filter. That's good news. Keeps all the gunk out of there, right? Fill caps, check caps, whole 9 yards all over the place, guys. Maintenance on this is going to be a dream. You can see everything and get to anything.
Yeah, look at the space. I mean, and then not to mention the fans, electric fans for the trans cooler.
Like
duals.
Like Lynn said, look at the sensors. They got everywhere you plug in something.
Sensor.
Well, there's 4 fans. There's dual for the intercooler and dual for the trans cooler.
Right.
You're a 5-fan man, you know
I
that?
am.
Or is there 2 up front or 1? You could be a 6-fan guy.
I don't know. Let's go on.
It can't be. It just can't be. Oh, we got to get it this way. Oh, it is.
Is it dual in the front?
Yeah. Oh, 6 fans.
6 fans.
Now, how? 1 fan can go down, 2 fans can go down, but not 6, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't realize that.
Back to business. That's quite impressive. That probably takes quite a lot of juice to power all that stuff.
Well, apparently this has the Wazoo power supply and an alternator.
Well, and you look at the voltage regulator up there, it's like twice the size of the X3s.
You don't have to change it to run all the accessories, like some cars.
Oh, yeah.
It's already ready.
No, the X3s did that, I think, in 2019. They upgraded the stator from 750 to 850.
Yep. Yeah.
But I wonder, this has got to be more than 850.
Because
I bet you it's bigger.
You've got the audio roof and stuff. You've got the Baja design lights that go, everything. All the accessories you can put on it, it's ready.
I couldn't imagine all them fans kicking on at once. That would be quite the... probably got a decent-sized battery, too. So, yeah, guys, storage, tons. You can put all kinds of goodies here. That'd be nice. I'd be curious what CanAm comes out with.
While we're on that subject, I got a big complaint with CanAm. I hope they watch, because I'll tell you what. These were $115.
What is this?
Okay. I'm probably more disappointed than I've ever been. What the hell?
Look how thin it is.
Yeah.
This is Kydex, okay?
Oh, you have them on backwards. The texture's supposed to go on the outside.
No, not my car. We don't have texture on
You
it.
want it shiny?
So, I mean, come on.
I agree.
$115 for, and I'm assuming this is, I'm sure CNC cut, but look at even the, come on, man.
Yeah, they're not. We thought they were going to be some fancy, nice doors, but
yeah, I thought they'd be molded and have seals on them,
and honestly, with this just being a tab, if you had something in there of any weight, look, I mean, it's going to pop right open, like I just did. See, guys, it just.
I'm super disappointed in that.
So,
I had to get that in there.
Did you check your mail? It might be a recall already on it.
Yeah, maybe. So let's not get into that.
We're on a first name basis with CanAm, so I'm sure they'll contact us right away on that one.
Right.
All right,
anyway,
guys.
I had to get it because when I open those up and I'm going, what the F?
Yeah. Oh, one other thing I missed, guys, because you might be interested, just FYI, we didn't know this. If you order the front windshield, it does come with the polycarbonate rear windshield.
Yeah.
So just an FYI, it's kind of a cool little bonus. Some people might ask if I could not take the rear, can I get it cheaper? But no, it's one piece. So, all right, we're back to the other side, guys. Nothing really left to talk about that we know of yet. Oh, one other thing to point out is this has an electronic wastegate, unlike the vacuum controlled one on the X3. So that's another thing that leads to that tuning explanation with a piggyback setup that Evo was trying to say. You can't trick this one. The ECU is not gonna.
It may work at first, but it's not gonna work for long because
Right.
that computer's gonna learn.
Tune itself out. Now, another thing I'm gonna touch on real quick, guys, rock knockers. We
Yes.
don't know if it's really needed or an issue with a MAV R, because I noticed specifically that these actually come, you guys see they have these plastic inserts here, which are kind of like what you would see on a full-size pickup or something, where they have that steel pin, and then look, they even have this plate here as well. So it's a known freaking issue that sand just funnels and feeds right into your brake system. And I am not kidding you guys, I have went through 8 set of brake pads in, I would say, 10 to 12 rides. I was at a point where I would go 115-mile weekend and have to switch out a set of pads. I've had enough. And the only thing that I could think of as the variable was I was the only person who didn't put my damn rock knockers back on after I bought a new X3. And I would notice that after a weekend, the front wheels, these are funnels, because all the paint's going on the inside. So sand just eats and goes right in there and my wheels would be packed. So I'm pretty sure, guys, that the proof's in the pudding that they're worth every penny. And brakes for these things are not cheap. And you don't want to eat rotors, guys, either. So
Shout out to Rock Knockers.
Yep, those guys
hashtag them in because these are
solid. I like that.
These are solid. And they don't rub the arm anymore.
Right. The ones on the X3s attached to the sway bar mount, and they kind of will flutter here.
But you can use that as a step. I mean, you can literally.
Oh, heck yeah, you can. I'll be darned, Len. That's a nice
And
little.
in the S3s I had in my last car, they're up to $300 and some dollars. These were $240 plus shipping, but
Macaroni.
what a beefy unit.
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Heck
go
yeah.
Rock Knockers.
Then we'll add this, I guess, as one last thing. I keep picking up little tiny snippets, but you can adjust your toe on your rear now, guys. These are locked in on an X3 unless you buy aftermarket. Here, you can fine tune these, so that is nice. Great stuff here, guys. Great stuff. So, all right, from here, we're going to go ahead and put her up on the lift. You guys are going to see a pretty good droop session as she goes up, and yeah, then we're going to go look underneath and capture all the stuff. What you got, Len? Or Greg?
Look how big this muffler outlet.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just, you didn't catch it, I just did.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I mean, this,
It's a fancy piece of stainless artwork there. I mean, really.
Some artwork, yeah, like you said. But I mean, just look how big, everything on this car is huge.
Everything. Yeah.
Oh, there's I didn't realize that. There's the camera.
There's one on the front too. You get a front camera.
But the sway bar, like I said, you get right to everything, but it was just this big eyeball, I call it, in the back.
Oh, look, it's not, you don't grease these.
Nope.
Are they on the inside? Oh, the Zerk's on the inside.
Oh, is it?
Ah,
Oh, yeah, it is.
look
Yeah.
at that. That's nice that you don't
That's
shear
smart.
it off for whatever reason. Cool.
A lot of details.
Yeah.
A lot of details in this car.
All right, guys. Well, we're going to put her up on the lift.
Oh,
Yeah, I was lifting up on the one pad.
see when.
All right, hit her.
Look at that.
Holy 50-inch machine. get up on that.
Wow.
Here, hold this.
Look at these
Let's see
things.
what it is.
Total
There you go.
width.
There you go. Outside of this tire, I got 68 and a half.
You're still, at full droop, you're still bigger than a 64-inch X3.
Look at the roof.
That it just kept going like that as you were higher you went.
Oh yeah. Oh, they'll see that. Yeah, those go way up into there. Yeah, everything's at its.
That's at its full droop.
That's what we like in the air when you send it.
Come see if you can follow me down this way.
You got it. Hold on a minute.
Yeah, come right down the middle.
Just let me know where you want me to.
All right, guys. So, so they went to ball joints here. I noticed. So they decided to not go double shear, which I was interested in, to be honest with you. But maybe this ball joint with the steel backer will hold up. I mean, they chose it for a reason. This is very different too, guys. See how this is on an angle? It's not a connection perpendicular. That's very interesting. Just beef city. Look at plate on plate on plate on plate.
Reinforced.
Can we just see the elephant in the room here? Just the freaking mass.
It's way bigger than the
I mean,
X3s. Look at the gusseting around this too. I mean,
yeah. Here's the window. They probably put some of the plating in the inside because these are webbed too.
oh, like this, yeah. And then they put another plate on top, possibly.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, those babies are beef city. There's your smart shock sensors. What do we got here? Looks like we got, you know, I want to say honestly, Len, and you're gonna have to. I'll check this at home, but I don't think this skid plate is as thick as my X3s. Not my rock crawler.
No, I can tell you it's not. It's not as a regular X3.
It's like another 16th thicker or something. Like they were beefier, but you got some double overlay here.
Yeah, it is definitely not.
Let's look up. All right, so there's your oil, and then your trans oil, and then there's another one here, Len.
Yeah.
Jesus, there's another one here. 1, 2, 3.
We're draining
so
something.
4 drains. I'm thinking only one for the engine though. Did you research that out of the book? Is there a tooled drain system like the X3 or no?
I haven't looked at it yet. I didn't see anything in the book about it, but I'm sure there is.
Okay.
I haven't had time to.
Gotcha. Oh, look at these guys. See these in the X3. This is a designed weak point that we know very well, that it's meant to bend here before you blow out your frame. But this frame being much stouter, they went ahead and just gusseted the daylights out of both of those there.
Okay, so look at here. Now, CanAm never does anything without a purpose. So you got hole here.
Those are
hole here.
welding jig holes.
Yeah. But where is the collapse point?
That's what I think they don't need.
I would
it.
say it's probably right in here once you get past this plate because there's nothing.
Yeah, it's still got a bit of a bend. Yeah, it still could happen there, but maybe
Something's
they know
gotta
it wasn't
give.
going. Yeah, something has to.
Something has to give. And
There is a bend here, slight. Might want to bring in
there
the
is a guy
shine
that bent his, and I didn't really pay attention in the video.
to where it actually happened.
But they have a curve in them here. Maybe it's here someplace.
Oh yeah, there is another subtle curve back.
Curve.
Interesting.
Oh my God! Look at this. Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah,
That
this thing
is one. Yeah. So the double shear on steering now. So that is nice setup.
brilliant. Yeah.
I believe they have this where it gets rid of. It's already got like basically a bump steer delete, like you would see on an X3. I think that's already they already handled that.
No bump steer in this car whatsoever.
Yes, Beef City got more gusseting here. Oh, these are so these rotors are not like what you would see on an X3. These look like more you'd see on a vehicle. So like an actual rim that would, like a hub that would come off. You know what I'm saying? Like a full disc that goes on the actual lugs. Whereas on the X3, it's bolted to the hub unit.
Look how easy the hole big they got for the drain.
Oh yeah, you're good there. And there's the fill.
Yeah, the old X3s, you had to get the built-up bulkhead and
you had to friend
bolt.
somebody with a lift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Drive shaft's definitely super bulk. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's yeah, this is a whole new look for us too, because we haven't been under this thing yet.
Look at this is the outside casting
you can see
support
the
for the
dual
steering
fans.
here. Oh yeah, there's the 6-fan Len.
Yeah.
The fan man.
You can see
It's gonna be the death of him. He's gonna have to start replacing fans. Yeah.
you can see all the framework up and through here.
Those are all.
And I thought this was a winch when he bought it, remember?
Dude, I'm like, no, you have a winch.
I'm like, he goes, no, this is something you strap it down with. God.
Oh, look at
Yeah, it's just a hook so you can
look at. They even balanced your wheels for you.
Yeah, that was the other thing they do. Yep, they balance your wheels in there.
Oh, be because they're so wallered out compared to an X3. You got to balance them. Just kidding.
I keep them from one end.
Oh, guys, yeah. So she's a beast. So, where we go from here is questions, comments, concerns, guys. We need to know what you want to see us do with this bad devil. We're going to actually get the track back together. So the weather is just about broken around here, guys, and we can almost get back out to the track a little bit and do some work, get that baby refurbished. We used to have the big luge that jumped down. We had some accidents, some sketchy moments. So I think what we're going to do is go NASCAR style, switch her around to be turning left. We're going to take out that lower section, clean it up because it was like a mud hole. And I want it to be more high speed. I want some jumps, but I don't want it to be where we're fighting. And remember, we were always getting caught at that one corner, and Len would get mad and take it out on his transmission.
Oh, I watched that just the other day and I laughed sorry because you could hear him go, stop!
So I want it to be a more exciting place. Because it got to the point where I didn't even really want to drive my car back there because it was just really rough. It was so
Well, after you scared
complex.
us, when you scared us, scared me more than anything, filming it.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. I was just, and
That's
you,
when I blew a lower A-arm and 2 radius.
thanks to
rods on
Chris's
that.
A-arm we've had.
Yeah. So yeah, Chris's donation saved me over the years. So guys, we got lots of stuff coming. We're gonna get that track back together. We'll have some jumps. We'll get some times compared to X3s. I think between this video and next, I think we're gonna try to get together and do a ride up in St. Helens. It's an old school thing. And the next event, we're gonna try to get together. Well, we already have it planned. We're going. But we're gonna get everybody together for the blog race. That's Mother's Day weekend. We're gonna do the traditional thing. Everybody's gonna be there, Mom and Dad. We're gonna miss Joe and Mike, but you know, it's Mother's Day, so we get that. But my mom and dad's gonna be there, the rest of the crew, we're gonna head up Thursday, doing it Friday, so we'll get some dune footage with this bad devil. And then it'll be bracket racing and stuff on Saturday, guys, which everybody knows is a great time, anybody can win. So we'll get her signed up for brackets, we'll do some playing, we'll run her against our tuned X3s, our non-tuned X3s, and really get an idea of how this baby is out of the box. And then maybe from there, after that event, maybe we can motivate Len and maybe put a GoFundMe together to get him tuned for the fall event race.
Yeah, you pretty much need it.
Because, guys, whew, expensive. But,
Yeah, and the other thing I want to mention, so this 6 log,
oh yeah,
this is the same as Chevy truck pattern.
yep, it's half-ton stuff there.
Half-ton Chevy truck pattern, so I forgot to mention that earlier, sorry, I didn't mean to jump in there, but
It's the actual half-ton pattern?
half-ton pattern, so you can use any wheel you want on there as long as it fits.
So we could put these ZR2 wheels on
Put
this.
the ZR2 wheels on there.
See what it looks like. Those are 33s.
Yeah.
I just can't wait to try it out. I'm just curious to see how it rides.
I'm telling you, stay away, don't touch it. It's cursed. Once you touch them, you gotta buy one.
It'll be, once you get the first 50 miles and get used to not having a CVT, you don't miss it.
If you get, go ahead.
People prefer CVTs, but
They have their ups and downs, but
yeah,
I
they're ups and
mean,
downs. Everything has a place, but
if this turns out to be the bulletproof transmission we all hope it is, then then I can understand the switch to DCT from CVT.
well, if
Yes,
a car,
awesome.
if a first-year car can finish King of the Hammers not having one problem,
Those clips almost seemed like they were fake. They were so insane, bouncing off huge rocks or
that
house
is
size
the
boulders.
toughest race in a side-by-side ever. And if it can make that whole race without having one repair, you know they got something.
And if you guys like this video, let us know, because we can do more stuff with this.
You know, another question I just thought of, guys, we're going to keep an eye on is carrier bearings. Is this going to present the dreaded carrier bearing clank eventually? Did Can-Am listen to us?
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, all of my X3s have
Mine
it.
needs one now.
I fixed it by putting a Sandcraft bearing, and so did Greg in our last ones.
Yep.
But this one, it's not bad. It rattles. It's just loose in there. It works.
It vibrates at high when you're pulling hard near the top.
You kind of get that.
You feel like a tire's out of balance.
Yep, during that certain transition from speed,
Yep.
I noticed that too. So I don't know. I've toned it out so I don't hear it. So maybe we'll get to that. But I definitely want to keep an eye on it for this machine. Hopefully Can-Am's fixed it. They could have tightened the driveline. It's definitely far more robust. So I'm sure they did something.
Well, and you don't get that clutch noise when you're hard on the brake, and you don't get that
ratchet.
you don't get the ratcheting at all. Of course, you're not going to without a clutch, but
You get that noise now, we got problems.
yeah. Oh, we got big problem. But I tell you, I'm a DCT fan right now. I don't care. I'll be going. Well, when we were at Houghton Lake that one time, and I blew that belt going 90 miles an hour across Houghton Lake, and this belt
Evaporated.
it
It vanished.
evaporated. It was gone. We did not find
And
it.
I was in his same tracks going across the lake.
Completely left
So,
the whole.
It was out of here.
yeah, you're not gonna.
I never forget, we both got out and looked around, we went, huh?
On white snow, a black belt, and it was nowhere to be found. If somebody picked it up or something, maybe, but
No, because I was following your tracks, remember? I'd come
Yeah.
over here, I'm like, what happened?
At least it wasn't wrapped up in the.
no, the hole was
There was nothing.
the hole in the top of the case was the exact same shape as the belt, so it came right out, and it may still be in that machine. I don't know. Good luck, dude.
Somewhere.
Hey, you got parts of the belt. But anyways, this, I'm very impressed. First time looking at them this close.
You gotta drive it. There's,
Yep.
You can look at it all day long, but you gotta drive it.
So, all right, guys. Like I told you before, this is going to be the same commitment to this as we gave the KRXs, the Commanders, and the Defenders back in the day. But I think even more. We're going to give you everything you guys want. This is what we used to do: was bring you the new machines and tell you things that everybody else didn't tell you. So keep the questions coming. The emails, Ryan@m3offroad.com. You guys can email me there. We can do videos, suggestions, answer your comments. I'm going to make sure to turn comments on below, so keep it clean, guys. We're a family channel, kinda.
Yeah, and we're gonna do the electronics part of it.
Oh yeah, yep.
And I would love to see when you do the service on everything.
The service is gonna
Oh,
be-
well, that's a given, guys. We're definitely going to get in here and get oil and do all
We'll
those.
probably do that early. I'm not gonna wait the full 500.
Right. Right, so that'll be coming. Those are going to be maintenance videos or garage videos in between the rides, guys. So those will be.
I always just
we'll
found
bring
it
you everything.
interesting. I've always, when people do it.
But so the electronics look complicated, but they're not. So it's gonna be a short video on it. They're
There's
not
some
there.
interesting things to it.
Well, there is. Once I
cool-
started playing with it, it's really simple. It's really simple.
So, all right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today, guys. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you can see when these videos pop up. And thanks for your support. Thank you for all of our almost 6,000 subscribers, guys. We appreciate it. We've been doing this since 2018. We're excited to get back at it, guys. 2024 summer is going to be awesome. So stick with us, and we'll see you on the trails.